Hey guys, the car's decided to do something quite annoying. The engine light came on. So we've got our trusty scan tool here. And we're going to run our diagnostic. Alright, our scan is complete and we have a couple of codes that have popped up here. We've got 2 codes in the engine and 3 codes for the soft top. No surprise there. I'm not going to worry about the soft top right now, that is a saga for another day. But we'll check on the engine. Alright, so we're in the 2 codes that have come up for the engine. We've got a P0130 as an oxygen sensor circuit. Bank 1 sensor 1. And O2 sensor transition switch time ratio. Bank 1 sensor 1. So that information there, along with my recent fuel consumption and the shuttering of the car, that tells me that my oxygen sensor has just shit itself. Now on the screen it says oxygen circuit fault bank 1 sensor 1, so that actually tells us which oxygen sensor has failed, and that would be the upstream oxygen sensor. So that's easy to fix. So first thing that we're actually going to want to look for is the O2 sensor itself, where it's plugged in and where it's connected. And if we come down the back here, that is our exhaust manifold, or my exhaust header that you can see down through there, underneath the heat shield. And down under that is where the O2 sensor is. And we just follow that cable up, and it plugs in right there, conveniently enough. So we're going to check that connector and make sure that when we buy our new one, we're buying the correct sensor. Because they're not cheap. Depending on where you go, they can range from $100 to $150, and you don't want to buy the wrong one. Well guys, the sensor finally came in the mail, so let's go chuck it in the car. First, what we're going to want to do is disconnect the old sensor, pull that wiring down so that we can unscrew it without any problems. From there, let's chuck the bad girl up. Alright, view from underneath. You can see our header that's wrapped up and the sensor just there. That's what we're going to be replacing. There we have it. That's the old one out. Let's disconnect the wires and get the new one in here. Have our new one. Go and pop the cap off. Should hold some grease behind it. Beautiful. Now let's get that in. Right, now that we have that screwed in there, and we've connected our wire back up there, let's go back up to top and plug her in. And there you have it guys, that is your O2 sensor replaced. Alright guys, so we've just turned her over after changing the O2 sensor. Our engine light's still on. We're going to put her back on the scan tool and see what that says. And then clear the codes, take her for a good drive today and see if the engine light stays on. also got 2 faults with the engine. And our faults that are coming up are the same thing as before. So we're just going to erase those. And then take the car for a good drive and scan her again. Well, there we have it, guys. I've done just over 100 Ks over the last week or so since I've changed the sensor out, and the engine lights stayed off. So definitely was that sensor, we fixed the problem. Well, cheers for tuning in, guys. Hope that helps someone out there. That's how you diagnose and fix your O2 sensor. Until next time.